Unlike an argumentative essay, a narrative essay are about your personal life and experience, so you won't need any specific research to support facts, arguments, or your thesis statement. However, you do need to organize thoughts, so you could make a claim for your thesis and see if there are any gaps in your knowledge to describe all the details in your narrative essay. For that, create an outline. Here's a sample for you to follow. Narrative essay outline. Introduction. Hook and background information. Specific moment that makes your essay matter. Thesis. Body 1. 3 paragraphs minimum, but don't limit yourself in the assignment. The point that led you to the conflict. The actual moment. Write about tension, anxiety, or your feelings you experienced. Compare them with a universal idea. The result. Write about the lesson you've learned. Think of questions your readers might ask. Conclusion. Restate the thesis and major points of your essay. Think of a question or a call to action for readers. What's in there for them in your essay and what can they learn from it? Once the outline is ready, evaluate the clarity of your topic and reorganize your thoughts if necessary. Make sure that your outline has enough supporting details to reinforce the claim and tell the compelling story. Now you're ready for step 3, write a draft. It's time to start writing and organize the content of the essay. Divide the outline into 3 parts. A setup of your story, its main part with the climax and a conclusion. Describe each following the course of events and remember about the narrative arc and don't miss any details. Readers weren't there, so stay clear and make sure you give them a very clear, critical picture of your story. Write your narrative in first person. It's a story after all. Follow the following format. Include all components for a good story for your narrative essay. Writing an introduction. This should be the exposition of your narrative essay. Don't forget, add the hook, a thesis statement, and a description of your topic. Craft 3 paragraphs of your essay's body using the rising action, climax, and falling action of your story. Tell about the setting, the characters, the events that happened, the conflict, and its aftermath of the event that happened to you in your story. Remember to make sure your story has a conflict. Explain the moral of your story, why it's significant, and what the audience might want to do after reading your story. And make sure you write a conclusion. This is the resolution of your story. Next, step 4, revise a draft. Once the first draft is ready, put it aside and wait for a few hours before revising it a second time. Take a break, evaluate your writing with a fresh set of eyes. Read the narrative essay and answer the following questions. Is my essay easy to read and understand for an average reader? Do I involve my readers in my experience? Are my words descriptive enough? Do I show or just inform readers about the events? Have I conveyed the message? Will the reader understand the connection between the event and its meaning? Do I follow the structure of narrative essay? Does my story have a clear introduction and conclusion? Step 5, edit your narrative essay. Proofread and avoid spelling and grammar mistakes. Revise your tone, language, and style, and be sure that the story has clarity and that your message has clarity. Do's and don'ts of your narrative essay. To make this long guide easier for you to grasp, here's a short list of the do's and don'ts to remember. Do's. Do start with some provoking info to hook your reader. A question, a definition, a quote, a fact. Write from the first person. State a point. What do you want to say about your essay? Try to evoke all 5 senses in your essay. What did you see, smell? Don't forget to use to describe the events in chronological order. Please use clear and descriptive language, power words, transition words, and short sentences. And dialogue, dialogue, dialogue. Make sure your dialogue has a purpose. Don'ts. Avoid slang. Too formal language. An argument or a persuasive essay. Avoid second-person narrative. Don't tell, show, and make a point. Avoid writing about each and every moment of your character. Specify key points that drive the plot. Don't format references. Remember that your narrative essay is not a short story. Write about true events, not a fiction. Don't repeat words, and don't use or waste your dialogue. Thanks for joining us with the English narrative essay. I hope you find this information helpful the next time you are required to write a narrative essay. Don't forget to hit subscribe and give us a thumbs up.